That first time you walk out on the mound is going to be electrifying for you.
Oh yeah, I'm excited
That's
for
awesome.
the bullpen. Yeah, I'll probably have to pay. I'll probably play for free that day, but it'll be worth it, you know.
Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond, the snow apocalypse blizzard episode brought to you by Dairy Queen. Get your blizzard at your local Dairy Queen, and
I wish.
Yeah, Dairy Queen, throw us the money.
Yeah,
we got a special guest today. The newest arm in the rotation, Mr. Cy Fair, Mr. Sam Houston, Hayden Wesneski. What's up, Hayden? How are you?
What's going on? I don't know if a blizzard sounds too good right now, but I've never had a bad blizzard, so I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I like about Texas.
I mean, yeah. Dude, there you go. That's a good one right there.
Everything just shuts down when it snows like this.
I mean, 6 months ago it was a damn hurricane. Now we got a blizzard.
Yeah, that's why we're all at home, not in studio. just coming down out there.
I was about to say,
this is kind of your weather, though. I mean, before we make the obviously let's just get all the annoying ass questions out of the way. Hayden, how's it feel to be on your hometown team? Hayden, how does it feel to pitch for the Astros? Hayden, how's it feel to put the Astros jersey on? Let's just get all those annoying ones out of the way real quick.
Yeah, I heard it at Christmas, New Year's. Frank, yeah, it's cool. Obviously, it's really cool. I don't know how to explain it. It's a dream come true, right? My parents get to see me all the time. I can be in my own house. Dude, there's a lot of little wins that I'm just coming to I'm not even realizing yet that it's so it's just funny, right? So for instance, I was talking to my buddy and he's I was talking to, I don't know who, somebody that I know very closely, and he understands my lifestyle, right? And I go, man, I got to be in my own bed. And he goes, wow, that's what's crazy. He's like, I just didn't even think about that. Like, I get to sleep in, I get to sleep in my own bed for 90 days in a year, right? 80 something days plus, right? That's something that it's a huge win that you're just, all these people are for not even thinking about. Because when I played for the Cubs, I would go to Chicago. I'd sleep in like a place I rented at. Like I'm not bringing up my own freaking mattress all the way to Chicago. It's not happening.
Yeah,
I had my own. I didn't have a place to stay. I rented places, so I can stay in my own bed. Like those are the things I'm excited about. I mean, obviously playing for the Astros, that's the obvious answer. It's really cool, but the little things are what I'm starting to see that are really starting to fire me up even more, you know?
Well, I also think just you guys are natures or creatures of nature and of habit and routine, right? Every ball player is like that. And so to be able to have that this year at home and stuff, that's only going to elevate you even further, I believe. I mean, just having that routine of, like you said, being at the house, being in your own bed. I mean, being able to drive into the stadium every day and just that's the fun part right there.
Oh,
then
yeah.
Then you just go execute.
Oh yeah. No, it's 100%. And also to be familiar with the place you've been at. And I've pitched there one time. I was in college. I actually got moved down from with the Cubs the first day we played in Minute Maid a couple years ago. So I've never actually pitched there, been there. So I was a little upset when that happened, but it's part of the business, right? It is what it is. It's not like it's what they had to do to try to make a winning team, right? They're trying to win games. Totally understand. I mean, I was upset. It doesn't mean it didn't hurt, but it is the business. But no, the routine part's gonna be really cool, right? You try to, especially as somebody that was trying to be versatile last year with where I was pitching at. It's gonna be nice to be able to have an easier routine, right? I try to force routines and do a number of things to try to get into a rhythm, and this should be an easier way, an easier avenue to get into a routine, and hopefully, go out and execute at that point, right?
Absolutely. And my last annoying, basic ass question, but so for everyone that doesn't know Hayden, obviously you're 98, 99, up shelf with the fastball. You got the sweeper, you have the punchy stuff, but you want to kind of explain to everyone watching and everyone who kind of doesn't know your game right now. Obviously, if people are just focused on the Astros, you come over in this package. Tucker leaves, you come over with Isak and Cam. But what's your your repertoire like? Obviously, if you're a fan of the game, you should see your stuff on Pitching Ninja. It's nasty, but kind of just from your perspective, what kind of arsenal do you rock with? And for everyone that doesn't know your stuff.
So I just throw a lot of different things. I can do different things with the baseball. So I got drafted as a sinker slider guy, right? I threw the sweeper before it was a sweeper. I didn't know what it was. I just threw it, right? It was just kind of a slider. It's still a slider to me, but
Yeah.
I was a sinker slider changeup guy. I had trouble getting lefties out. For a short season, I learned a cutter with the Yankees, who I got drafted by, and then COVID year happens. I was trying to throw harder. I was low 90s beforehand. Then COVID happens, doing velo stuff, throwing a four seam, and so that kind of completed my repertoire. So basically, I roll with a four seam, a two seam, a cutter, a changeup, and then the slider, like the sweeper. The cutter is more like a traditional slider, and the slider is a sweeper, right? So, my when I was with the Cubs, it was kind of one of those things where, because I did so many different things, when they got to when I was in the bullpen, they wanted to simplify it, and then when I was in the starting rotation, they wanted to make sure I was using my strengths. And so, but with the Astros, they wanted me to do couple different things. We'll see how it goes, right? We'll see how spring training is, and we're going to try some things out, like every other spring training, right? But for righties, it's sinker, slider, four, and then for lefties, it's the four cutter slider change. We're gonna try some new pitches and see. We're gonna try out some other things. But
that's what I was about to ask. If Murph and Miller have already reached out to you about talking through strategies for changing things up.
Yeah, so we have. I went up there a few times already to Minute Maid. I've thrown bullpens up there, and we had the first meeting we had. They were talking about just certain things, and there were some things that are like, this is a really good pitch, you need to use it more. There's some things where it's like, okay, we need to use this in certain counts, and then you talked about adding stuff, taking so basically we've had a game plan meeting. Again, their biggest right now, it's January 21st. What is it? 27th. Yeah, 21st. I should have known after yesterday, right? But either well, let's just get the spring training, and then when we get spring training, we'll start figuring out some things. And but for right now, there hadn't been a whole lot of change. They're just throwing some stuff out there to see what I say no, yes to. Dude, I know how good the Astros are at making pitchers. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah. Right. I watched it as a kid. I watched it in college. I watched it in pro ball. I've seen it. So I'm going to lean on them, and I understand that, hey, they're not going to be right on everything, but if they're right on one out of three things, and that one thing really helps me out, dude, it's a huge win kind of thing. So I'm excited. We've already had some game plan meetings, and I've been up there, and they've seen me throw, but nothing permanent yet. We're just kind of feeling things out. It's early in the relationship.
How was that first bully in Minute Maid Park? Or I guess Daikin Park, I guess now.
Yeah, you can't.
Whatever, juice box.
No, it's always gonna be Minute Maid, man. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
I got a question for you guys after this, but it was really cool. A little bit of adrenaline. You think, I don't know why I was a little pumped. I don't know how hard I was throwing. I don't know what was going on. And then Dan and Brown comes down and Joe come down, and I'm like, oh, come on. Well, let's see. This is my second bullpen in the offseason. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Let's see. I'm just not at this point. I'm just trying not to throw it off the backstop kind of thing.
Yeah, let's throw it to the 100 section.
Let's look professional. Let's look like we're not trying too hard, and we'll go from there. But no, it was really cool. It was they're working on the home side bullpen. So we had to throw on the road side. So I'm not getting the full experience. So it's really cool, but it's not as cool as it could be.
The first time you walk out on the mound is going to be electrifying for you.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for the bullpen. Yeah, I'll probably have to pay. I'll probably play for free that day, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, 100% worth it. I gotta mention this. Oh, actually, you said you had a question.
So with the train, are they going to do like an ice box? Is they going to take away the orange juices, the oranges, or and to make it like a cooler?
Our theory is they're going to put blocks of ice
or little like AC units.
Yeah, AC units up there. Yeah.
So we
little window units.
Yeah,
we gave some opinions on the show in December. We told Mr. Train Guy he should dress up like Dr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze from like, Batman. just go full bore and or like Tom Hanks from Polar Express and just kind of do a theme. Just I mean like, or hey, the mountains are always blue. Maybe get a little Coors Light deal, and I don't know. Now we're thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Outside the ice box.
Put some cold cans in the
some cold cans up there.
Not a bad idea. I'm telling you, there's some real material there.
There's opportunity.
Oh yeah,
but I'm a juice box guy. I'm gonna be a juice box guy. I'm a Minute Maid Park guy till
it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna take a decade at least.
I'm hoping give it this year. We'll figure it out. We'll go from there. Minute Maid, there's a lot of good stuff in there.
How many times do you think you're gonna slip up in like a post game interview and say Minute Maid Park?
It's gonna happen
every time
for a long time. I don't think I'll get it by the end. I'm hoping I have a lot of post game pitching interviews, and it means I've been pitching well, kind of thing. But it's not happening by the end of the year. I can tell you that right now. It's
Mr. Dykens gonna be like, hey.
Oh, he's gonna be At some point, you just stop. You just say at the park or whatever, Like you just stop mentioning the name, home. Just start saying the park or whatever, like at home,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think one of the big things too is just you got to play at one of the cathedrals of baseball as your home field with the Cubs, over the last 2 years. Like, was there? Obviously, we can backtrack. Sam Houston. I want to talk about Sam Houston, but drafted by the Yankees, you get traded, I believe, in 22. You up and down. You have your call up. You experience all the first big league things in Chicago. What was there an oh shit moment? Did you have that oh shit moment? Like, I'm here. Like, this is everything we worked on. Like from the days at Cy Fair to Sam and now you're there. Was there that oh shit moment?
No,
in a positive way, not like oh shit.
No, like I was, even my debut kind of felt, it was real. I was ready to pitch. Like I was excited. My parents weren't even there. So they had, my mom had leukemia. And so she didn't even make my debut, which is a little bit I didn't know at the time. She didn't tell me. So,
damn.
Yeah. But I didn't really have like an oh shit moment, really. I don't remember one necessarily. Maybe, really the oh shit moment was the following year after I made my debut. The opening day, we were at home. We played against the Brewers, and that place is rocking, right? It's so cool.
Day game?
Got the lineup.
Of course, it was day game, and and it's packed. I didn't pitch. I wasn't going to pitch till the road trip. We weren't going on a road trip or whatever, but man, that was really cool. That was probably the oh shit moment. I would say probably opening day that 23, which it was super cool because we were already losing in September when I got called up. So we were like not in the playoffs. I was just trying to pitch. I was just pitching. I was like, it's like, I didn't take Wrigley I took, I guess, for a little bit of granted, because we weren't winning, and it was really cool, but I was trying to win games, right? I was like, I'm here to pitch. But like that following year in 23 was really where I started to appreciate Wrigley,
Absolutely. And also I want to touch on your Sam days, because I feel like you were like, your class was kind of that leading edge of kind of this factory that Sam Houston's become over the last 5-6 years of dudes just getting drafted. Obviously there's schools throughout the country that get guys, the stud shortstop, the stud outfielder, the top arm, but Sam Houston's producing big leaguers time and time again. Like, is it something in the water and up in Sam Houston? What's going on up there?
Dude, a couple things. This is guessing, but a couple things. One, I think Sam's always had good talent. Like, right? Houston's so big. It's one of those things that people play baseball for so long. They pass guys up. They get and like a lot of schools like Texas and Texas A&M and Tech and like all these the Power 5 guys, they get these guys that have been throwing hard since they were freshmen in high school. Well, I was one of those guys, and like Nick Mikulacek, like you mentioned earlier, we talked about earlier, we peaked later in high school. So freshman year, I was throwing 80, not 90. And these dudes that they recruit to go to Texas and stuff like in schools like that, they throw 90 out of the gate. And so Sam, what they do a really good job of is they get the late bloomers, one. Two, they get the guys that they get really good people. I think like the people behind the player, they do a really good job of. They make them work hard. They at Sam, we understood that, hey, this is how we're gonna win. We're gonna outwork you. We got to be able to do the other things right. And then because Sam was so secluded, kind of thing, it's like it's close enough to everything, but it's kind of far enough to where you can kind of do your own thing. You felt like you almost felt like you stay there and you can kind of get to know the people, and you get to know Huntsville more intimately because like for instance, like it's Texas A&M, there's a lot going on. College Station, there's a lot, right? Austin, there's a lot. But there's just like a more intimate. You get to know Sam Sam Houston University at a more intimate level, I think. And once you produce a one dog, it's kind of one of those things that gets infectious. So, dude, Sam Houston, I love that place, and you're right. They do produce some guys that have stayed under the radar.
Well, I think you nail it, because Houston's just a hotbed of talent, and the overflow of it, right? Obviously, when you said the Power Fives, but man, you get guys that go to U of H or Rice and every school in between, and just like, damn, like when you see the rosters and the lineups, and you see Houston, Texas next to the kid's name, like that dude's probably a ball player 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what makes this stuff so special, because I remember just playing at Collins, like every Tuesday, Friday night, you had a dude you're facing throwing 90. Like that's what it was. And then every round of the playoffs, 90 plus. So when you got the college ball, it was like, hey, this is, for me as a hitter, this is kind of what I've been seeing for the last 3 years on varsity. Like, so it's not this change, but it's so cool to see Houston just kind of finally get its recognition in its roses, because it's always the Ohio, the Floridas, the Georgias, the Californias, like you get the prep stars in Texas mainly, like the Colleyville guy, like the Heritage, like you get but like Houston's got dogs that come in and out every year.
Oh yeah, I can tell you right now, there's some guys here. I'm telling you, we don't get enough recognition. I'm talking about all sports, but baseball in particular. We got some guys that I think, and they may not be the top. Like we do obviously we have guys at the very top, right, that are really like all stars and Hall of Famers. But I'm telling you, consistently, like Jameson Taillon doesn't get enough credit for what he does, right? Like a dude out of the Woodlands that just absolutely, he's a professional. I'm telling you, he is really freaking good. He's going to get 10 years in playing baseball. It's really hard to do. And so he doesn't get any love, even though he's one of the best at his craft. So
a guy that's won state multiple times was one of the top prep arms, and he's going to be a tenured guy in the show.
Yeah. No love. Doesn't get any love. No love. Right. So it's one of those things where those Cali guys, they think they got it unlocked, but they don't understand that Houston itself has a lot of talent themselves.
Did you guys have a pretty close relationship, you and JMO?
Oh yeah, we did. We did. We still text every now and then. But yeah,
Can you tell you
we're in a similar thing.
He struck out Dez.
He did strike me out sophomore year.
Dude, he was
a senior.
He might be he's one of the best high school pitchers ever.
His quads were as big as the bump. Like it was insane. Just good morning, good afternoon, good night. And then I cheated to a fastball and got a jam shot. But we'll take singles.
No, 100%. Well, like the thing is the mound in high school are smaller. They're smaller because they're used to normal size high schoolers. Well, JMO is not a
Thanos.
JMO's not normal, so he looks even bigger on this small mound. And so you're like, well, this is, and then plus he's throwing 3 to 4.
Yeah, he was not. I mean, he got it up, you know, when he wanted to, but like just sat that in high school, and also he has the socks up, and he's just like, okay, here's my quads. I'm Saquon Barkley on the mound, dude. Like, I'm just like, what are we doing here? I just hit puberty. I'm just like, I got to face this cat. Like, what are we doing?
He also throws strikes. Like, that's his biggest hit.
Yeah.
He's not spraying it. So you're like, he's like, boom, strike. You're like, I got to hit this. Like, I have to hit this. Like, there's no walking here. Like, 100%. I got to hit this somehow.
What's been one of your favorite road trips so far as a big leaguer over the last 2 years? Boston.
Not even close. Boston's one of them.
Got to sign the monster.
Yeah, of course. I probably signed it over somebody. I feel bad, but it's just kind of what you have to do, you know? Like, it's part of it.
Yeah.
San Diego's really cool. I heard as a road guy that Chicago is the best place to go. I haven't obviously gotten that experience yet, but I mean, I haven't been to all of them, but I guess really probably by the end of this year, I'll probably have gone to all of them. I mean, going from an NL team to an AL team. I mean, I'll be close. Yeah. I got moved down. I missed a few. But I should be able to.
You'll be in the upper 20s for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Right.
Were you a deep dish guy?
I did. I was.
Yeah.
I really was. My fiance, she really liked a place called Pequod's. It was. I did not like the pizza itself was incredible. So let me start with that. But I did not like going in there because it took an hour to make. And it's it's like really like you're sitting down there. They warn you. It's like, hey, it's 45 minutes, like guaranteed. You're sitting down. It's 45. But like, and then it was so dark in there. I don't know. I felt like I really liked it. So I really enjoyed it. I don't want to like roast on it because I really did enjoy the food and it was a good experience and stuff. It was just like so dark in there. I was like, man, can we get a little light in here? But
not so much a mobster film.
Yeah, like a little bit. Like, and there's brick walls all around. But no, the deep dish. I was a deep dish guy. Pizza's freaking pizza. Like if it's good, it's good, right? Like I like New York style too, but the deep dish is definitely a different beast. You got to like cut it. There's a you're fighting for your life situation. Yeah, don't wear a good white shirt. Like it's it's almost a lasagna. It's almost there. It's not, but it's almost.
It's like Texas barbecue. It's gonna put you to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, you're done. Yeah. You're taking a nap. It's no doubt about that one.
What spots here in Houston? Everyone that's watching that's from here. What's some food spots that now that you're back home? Like where's Hayden gonna be?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dad. I need more recommendations because.
All right.
I mean, I'm around here. Okay. I'm from Cyprus, so I don't really know places. I mean, I go to like I love Locatelli's, this place, and it's a pizza joint here. I love it, but downtown Houston, I would love recommendations, man. I really do. I'm trying stuff out.
We got all the recs.
Do y'all? I would like to. I seriously wouldn't mind a list. Like I've tried Pinkerton's. It's a barbecue place. A little bit expensive, but it's worth it, right? I've tried Rodeo Goat, loved it, right?
Yep.
I mean, I've made a few, like Kirby's Ice House is great, right? Those kind of places. I mean, they're not a great big food place, but there's good
vibes place.
Yeah, right. I know want to know the hole in the wall. I don't want to know the other places. And
I was the same way because I lived in North Houston my whole life, and then when we got our office downtown, I got to start actually experiencing downtown Houston more and trying all these new places. Des knows all the spots to take you. We'll definitely have to go do a little like food tour with Hayden type of thing.
Dude, I wouldn't mind that at all. There's Just Mac, maybe another place. They serve mac and cheese, but I'm in on that. They have my fiance loves that place. They had like buffalo chicken in there. I don't know what they do. They do a bunch of different things with mac and cheese, but I've tried that place. I'm into it. I need I would take any recommendations. I hate saying this. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm not a big Tex-Mex guy.
That's a take.
Yeah, I know.
Take.
I know.
That's the side.
I know.
Everybody
I
just
knew
turned
this
off the
is how it
podcast.
go. I knew how this was go. I said it, and I'm just throwing it out there. It is what it is.
That's okay. That's
Hey,
okay.
you know
we
what?
just have to. That's just a challenge.
Reach out, you know, like,
Yeah,
hey, you know,
it's a challenge.
Get you another NIL deal down here,
Yeah.
you know, we'll find something.
Challenge. It sounds like a challenge.
We'll get Jeremy on the Taqueria Arandas collab here. We can get you in there.
That's fine. I like corn. I like corn tacos, like the real authentic stuff. But I'm not big. I don't know. I knew I was gonna get hate for that. It's fine. I knew what I was getting myself into when I said it.
That's all right.
Back to the baseball stuff, and I know we're pressing up on time. Obviously, we got to talk about it, right? The trade. Any background you could give? Obviously, any stuff that you can't, obviously don't. But when did you know? Was it day of, or was your name being floated? Because on my end, I'll give you some background. And a lot of people watching, and I put it on our trade. Like our dads have been in the same fantasy football league for like the last 22 years, I think. And I got someone from somewhere had your name was, circled, and I text my dad. I was like, hey, blah 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 blah. And he was like, "Oh, really, really, my dad, he loves you, right? You took care of him when you went up to Chicago." But that was day of, so I don't know on your end, kind of what that was like. Those emotions, obviously, the business side, you obviously came back home, but the business side, you got to go uproot and reroute in another city.
So the day before, someone shot me some information, just said, "Hey, keep your phone close." I was like, I had no clue what that means, right? Like, I heard the Cubs they're in trade talks, right? We've been in trade. The Cubs were in trade talks for the last 2 years. I was in the trade talks the year before. I don't think it was very serious. It was just me and this other kid. Me and Ben Brown were like in trade talks. It was just like, hey, floating it out, right? Doesn't mean much, but it is what it is. So when I'm told that I get told a day before, like, hey, keep your phone close. I don't want to get too high or too low. I've already been through this where it's like I've been told I could get floated around and traded, but I didn't last year. So I got not my hopes up, but I got anxious about it. Right. There were some feelings like, I don't know what to do here, and I was just like, I don't want to get worked up over this. There's no need to. Nothing may come of this. Like, it's one of those things where being traded beforehand really helped out. With me dealing with this. And so I'm at Zoo Lights in Houston, and I get that text or whatever, and we're just like, okay. I'm asking around, seeing people are not hearing. Some people are hearing stuff, some people aren't. It's like, no big deal. So then I go golfing the next day with my family I'm marrying into, and I'm just I get a call on the second hole, and you don't get a call from the GM ever. For the only 2 times you ever get the call from the GM is when you're getting traded or released. And I was like, well, I hope I'm not getting released. So let's start with trade's the best case scenario here, right? Right. So I get a call and he goes, hey, and he talks me through it, and he says, hey, we're trading you. I go, and I heard the Astros, but with these things, you never know. So the first time I got traded, I thought I was going to be a Washington National, because I thought I was going to go in a Soto trade. I thought I was going to go to the A's because of Montas and some other people. And then there was some talks about some other teams. And so I'm like, I got the call and I asked them, where am I going? They said the Cubs. I was like, whoa, this is not even close to where I thought I was going, right? So when I get to here, and I was like, I expected the Astros just because of what I've heard with the Tucker and things. But of course, you have to ask to make sure, because when you start making assumptions, you look like an idiot. So I had to ask where I was going. And after that, your phone goes nuts, man. You're getting calls from people. You're jittery.
People that haven't talked to you, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting
especially coming home. Yeah,
dude. This makes me sound a little bit not like a great person, but I got text messages from people I don't have their phone number saved, and so I'm like, oh no,
no.
And then, I sit there
with the, hey, I got a new phone. Who's this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I did. I really did get a new phone, so it did help. There is some stuff there, but like texting. I'm like, I try to go through all the text messages. I'm like, I can't do this. I sat there for an hour and a half one day, and I was trying to text people back. I didn't make a dent. So I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, so for if anybody hears this and they're like, man, he didn't text back, I apologize. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't
Hayden
happening.
your name to go with the number so he can. Yeah.
That some people did, right? But so it's really cool, right? But I have to make calls. I'm getting calls, and it actually helped my golf game out. So I probably shot the best I've shot in a while, but
just pure adrenaline.
Yeah, I guess. And like I wasn't thinking about anything. It's just like hit ball, next phone call.
You're flushing 9 irons like 200 carry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yoked up. My brother-in-law, I'm sitting there talking on the phone. Like I'll talk to him for 3 minutes or whatever. Get to the next shot. I'm on the phone again. He's hitting his shot. I'm like, dude, I'm picking my ball up. We'll go to the next hole. It's not a big deal, right? So, man, it was a lot when you get traded. It's a lot going on, but it was a hectic day, right? And then I had to talk to somebody. Dude, it's really cool. Talk to Dana, and then Craig Counsell calls me later. I had to talk to him about talk to him and say your goodbyes and say you meet and then meet new people, right? Which is really what this is the coolest part about baseball is I get to meet some really interesting people from all over the world, and so I'm excited for it, but it was just that day in particular, and like leading up to it, I didn't want to get too worked up about it. But once it happened, I was like, oh my god, I gotta figure some things out. Moving from Chicago to Houston, not a big deal, really. I didn't have anything in Chicago really that other than playing baseball there. There's emotional ties that we love the city and the food and stuff, and you get comfortable there, like just like anywhere else. But
right.
No, it's not a whole lot, but man, I love Houston, so I'm glad to be back.
Absolutely. Well, Hayden, I know we went over time. Just want to say thank you for coming on today. Congrats on the soon to be wedding, right?
Yep.
That's
later
awesome.
in the year.
Awesome for that. You're gonna head out to West Palm here shortly as well.
I'm leaving Sunday. I'm gonna go up there early, so I would have more. I don't have more time, but yeah, I'm leaving soon. I literally was like starting to pack the car because Fan Fest is Saturday. Friday, what do I have Friday? Oh, I'm going to Sam Houston for something. So I was like, I know today's Tuesday and I'm leaving in a few days. Like I got a few days, but these like next few days, I don't want to have time to pack. So I was like, I gotta start doing something. I had a free time and the snow really helped me out. So I was like, okay, I'll knock some of the things out.
We'll also send you over a list of food places in West Palm. We've been going out there for content for the last 3-4 years. We know all the spots.
Oh, yeah.
So we got you on some food spots.
Oh man, I'm staying in because I procrastinated it and I was a little late already. I'm staying in Boca Raton, so I'm like way south.
Oh, you're
I'm
south.
30 minutes. Dude, I'm 30 minutes. I'm not happy about it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, but I'm bringing. We have a dog, and I want to be comfortable. I want to bring him. Like, last year I stayed in an apartment. I didn't like it, so I really made sure it was a house this time. And if I had to drive 30 minutes to listen to y'all's podcast right now, then I got time.
Look at that.
Hey, there you go.
Love that. Well, Hayden, thanks for coming on, brother. Pumped to see you this year. Hopefully we'll keep doing content throughout the year, but super pumped that you're back in town and pretty excited to see you get on the bump here at the juice box.
Yeah.
Can't take it away. Can't take it away.
They're gonna hate that. The comments are gonna hate that.
It's all right. It is what it is. It is what it is.
And then this episode couldn't be done without our sponsors: Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, 13 locations around Houston. Another 4 opening up in the greater Houston area. Coby Stevens. What else we got? Zing Zang. We'll just throw Zing Zang on this one. I know they're about to come back on. So shout out to our sponsors making this episode work. And
Dairy Queen, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Dairy Queen. Throw some Blizzard money. I don't know, maybe. Credit card model, Dairy Queen.
Yeah.